doorbell? Who's there?
Me.
Me who?
Me. You father me. Open the door.
Well, how do I know that?
What?
Well, you could be anyone. You could be a prowler.
Deborah.
Oh, my God, he knows my name.
Open the door.
No way. You're not coming in here. All the doors and windows are locked. Not even a cockroach could get in here.
Hi, Dad.
How did you get in here?
My back door was open.
Prowler outside.
Ah, don't worry, Deb. I'll take care of it.
All right, you. This is Martin Kelly. Who's out there?
Martin Kelly.
It's got the same name as your father.
He is a father.
All right, prove it.
Listen, Turner Brain, if you two don't open this door in the next 5 seconds, I'm going to put a padlock on the fridge and a payphone in the lounge.
Oh, Lindsay, what do we do now?
Let him in!
No, what do we have to do?
Dad, darling, come in. No, give me down with the shopping.
Hey, Mr. Kelly, you look like you should have a short rest.
Not me, you.
I should have a short rest?
Yeah, short rest of your life.
Dad, there's no need to behave like that.
What do you mean? I'm the one that's been standing outside my own house trying to get in for the last 5 minutes. I think I'm entitled to be a little bit upset.
You're upset? What about me?
You?
I'm the one here home alone. I mean, I don't know who's at the door. You want me to open it just to anybody?
Well, no, of course.
Anyway, it's your own fault.
My fault?
Yes. I mean, what do you expect me to do with you bashing on the door like that?
I wasn't bashing on the door. I was ringing the doorbell.
Were you?
Yes, with my nose.
Well, you sounded really aggressive.
Well, don't blame me. Nudge is the bright spark that gave us a doorbell that goes knock, knock.
Oh, who's there?
Nudge.
Nudge you.
Nudge, go home.
Dad, don't answer it.
Debbie.
I don't want you letting strangers in the house.
Why not? You let him in here.
I'm not a stranger.
He's stranger than anyone I've ever met.
Oh, Mr. Kelly.
With the exception of Mad Maxine here.
I'm sorry I had to ring the doorbell, but I couldn't find my keys.
Oh, you haven't lost them, have you?
No, they're in my pocket. Oh, if they're in your pocket, why can't you find them? Because my gloves are too thick. Let me give you a hammer, Dad. Oh, thanks, Deb.
So how's the motor scooter going, Betty?
Oh, it's really wonderful, Nudge. It takes a bit of getting used to, though.
Yeah, they're not like cars, are they?
Yeah, whenever I stop at the traffic lights, I forget to put my feet down. It must be really good to have your own transport, though.
Uh-oh, here we go again.
So you don't have to stand around at the street late at night waiting for a bus or a cab if you can afford one.
Deborah?
Oh, she's right, Mr. Kelly. A young lady like Deborah should have her own transport these days. That's right, Dad. Why do you think I get so nervous when I'm here by myself? Anyone could just follow me home from the bus stop at night and find out where I live.
All right, look, Deborah, if it worries you that much, I'm quite prepared to give you a transport allowance.
Oh, great! Then you can buy a scooter just like mine.
Betty, you keep out of this.
Oh, Dad, what can I?
Look, Deborah, I have told you this before. There is no way in the world you are getting a motor scooter or a motorbike of any kind. You can use your transport allowance to catch taxis.
Oh, but Dad...
No buts about it. You'll ride a motorbike over my dead body.
And if you don't get one by then, you can always borrow mine.
Come on, Nudge, you gotta be kidding. When everyone's got a Porsche.
Yeah, except me.
You tell them, Dad.
All right, Nudge, go home.
No, not that. Tell them about Porsches.
About Porsche's what? I don't know anyone called Porsche.
The cars, Dad.
Oh, then. Well, Nudge, I hate to break this to you, but everyone's got a Porsche.
See, I told you.
Except me.
And me.
Now tell them about Ferraris.
Aren't they Italian Porsches?
Look, Nudge, I mean, driving a Porsche is something anyone can do, but driving a Ferrari is an experience you'll never forget.
Ha, Simon, if you want an unforgettable experience, try driving with your sister. She drove me into town yesterday and she stopped at a stop sign.
So?
So, she refused to move until the stop sign said go.
Well, I still want a Porsche.
Well, I still want a Ferrari.
And I still want to know how you're going to pay for either of them. I don't know. You guys must have more money than brains. Come to think of it, if you were both bankrupt, you'd still have more money than brains.
Money is no problem, Dad.
Simon, you're not going to steal one.
We're going to buy one.
Buy one? You can't even afford to look at one.
Yes, we can. They only cost $2,000.
What?
Second hand.
Yeah, it's all there in the paper.
Let me see. Must be a misprint. Simon, this is an ad for fiberglass body shells.
I know that.
Body shells of famous sports cars to be fitted onto a Volkswagen chassis.
Great, eh? It'll give our V-dub a whole new image.
Right. You were the only owners of a Ferrari with a top speed of 55 kilometres an hour. The only thing you'll be able to drag off will be shopping trolleys in Woolies car park.
Mr. Kelly, it doesn't matter. You see, it's not how fast you can go, it's how fast you look.
Not just right, Dad. For what we want, it'll perform just as well as a real Ferrari.
What do you mean?
Well, why do people buy Ferraris?
For investment.
No.
For performance?
No.
For the love of fine machinery?
No.
Well, what then?
To pick up girls.
Yeah, but we still got to decide between a Ferrari or a Porsche.
Well, look, if you ask me, considering the type of Volkswagen you have, I think you should get a Rolls.
Rolls?
Yeah, a Rolls Canardly.
Well, how will that suit our car?
Well, when it rolls down the hill, the can hardly get up again.
Oh, hi, Deb.
Oh, look, it's a return of the sports car twins, Nelson, PK, and Barry Juicy Fruit.
Shut up, Deb.
Oh, what a crankcase. So, where's your plastic car?
No, we didn't get it.
Why not?
Oh, we couldn't afford the optional extras.
What optional extras?
Like having the body put on the V-dub.
What do you mean?
Well, apparently it's a job for the experts. We couldn't afford the thousands of dollars we had to pay.
Well, you didn't expect to just stick it on and throw away, did you?
Hey, do you want to buy 2 dozen tubes of super glue, Debbie?
No, thanks. I'm afraid you're stuck with them. Get it? It's a joke, Father.
I'm not laughing, Deb.
What's the matter with you, grumble bum?
Oh, he's just a bit upset because we got attacked on the way home.
Attacked? By who?
By a rabid pack of windscreen washers.
Well, not those people who hang around the lights with a bucket cleaning car windows.
Yeah, that's them.
Well, what happened?
Well, we were the only ones at the traffic lights, so they all headed for us. Oh, it was horrible. It was like Nightmare on Squeegee Street.
I told them to get lost. Didn't seem to make any difference.
What then?
Well, then they wanted $5 from us.
Just to clean a car window?
Yeah, can you believe it?
$5? Gee, that's good.
No, so I told them where they could stick it. That's when it happened.
Well, they hit you.
Worse, they dragged out their spray cans and started graffitiing the windscreens.
What did they write?
Well, let me just put it this way. If it doesn't come off, Simon's going to have to change his name.
What to?
Richard.
Betty?
Yes, it's Bertie Wilson here. Is it you, Mr. Kelly? Over. What? Roger 10 for breaker, receiving you. Over.
Betty, what on earth are you on about? Betty!
You're supposed to say over.
Over?
Copy, no Victor Foxtrot Tango. Lucky's on the trail. It looks like we've got a convoy, Rubber Dicky. Over.
That's rubber ducky.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Betty, what is with all this trucky talk?
I'm practicing my CB technique.
CB.
Yeah, it stands for Calling Betty.
Stands for Citizens Band.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
Oh, what sort of music do they play? Well, anyway, it's a skill that will be very useful in my new position.
Your new position?
Yeah, in my new office.
Betty, you've got a new job. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for me.
No, don't be silly, Mr. Kelly. I'm not leaving.
You're not? Why not? You haven't changed your mind, have you? Oh, please tell me you haven't changed your mind. There must be something I can say to make you go.
I'm talking about the new office that you were going to build for me.
Why would I build you a new office?
Of course I deserve one.
What for?
Well, on account of my recent promotion and my newly acquired motor vehicle.
Oh, well, if that's the case, we'll park the motor scooter in here and put you in the garage.
Mr. Kelly.
Betty, you do not need your own office.
Oh, but I do so too. You must realise that as I am now Executive Secretary for Architectural Technology, that I can't be seen to be sitting with the workers.
What workers?
Me.
So, you don't want to be seen sitting with yourself?
No.
No, you don't. Look, Betty, there is only one worker in this office.
Is there?
Yes, and it's me. Oh, apart from the little mouse.
What little mouse?
The one that runs around inside that little wheel in your head.
Well, if I can't have a new office, at least can I have a new, bigger desk?
You don't need a bigger desk.
I do so too. There isn't any room here anywhere.
Well, that's because you've got so much junk all over it.
It is not junk.
Of course it is. Why don't you get rid of some of it?
Well, it's all essential for my working environment.
Well, I can understand the typewriter with which you translate my letters from English to lowercase Betty speak. And the telephone with which you turn away all but my most desperate clients.
Oh, do you not?
And the intercom which is up so loud it sounds like an AC/DC concert. What about all this other rubbish? I mean, what about this fish?
Oh, you're not touching my fish. It's got great historical significance.
Oh, one of your ancestors.
No, It was the biggest fish ever caught in the annual Walgett Water Tower Angling Gymkhana and Sheepdogging Festival.
You must be joking.
No, Dad caught it. He got disqualified later on, Bud.
Why?
Because he forgot to defrost it before he took it to the weigh-in.
Well, listen, what about this Cupid doll here?
No, not that. That was the very first present Stan ever gave me. He won it at the coconut stall at the Walgett World Expo.
Yeah, I know, for knocking down the coconuts.
No, for knocking down the man who had the stall. He gave it to Stan if he promised he'd never come back.
All right, well, listen, get rid of this garden gnome then.
Martin?
Yes, what?
No, not you, Martin. My gnome, Martin.
This little fella?
Yeah.
You named him after me?
Yeah.
Oh, Betty, I'm really touched.
Yeah, he's really cute, isn't he?
Yeah. Hello, Martin.
He's one of the 7 dwarfs.
Oh, really? Which one?
Grumpy.
Morning, everybody.
Oh, Dad, have you seen the squeegee anywhere?
Yeah, should be in there somewhere. Why? What do you want it for?
Oh, cleaning windows.
You? Cleaning windows? I never thought I'd live to see the day. Terrific. You can start with the bathroom windows.
Not those sort of windows.
Oh, well, what windows?
Car windows.
Yeah, she and Tiffany and Jenny have got the stupid idea that they can make money doing car windscreens at the traffic lights.
It's not a stupid idea. We're supporting the poor and underprivileged.
Oh, that's very commendable of you, Dad. Which charity are you trying to raise money for?
Themselves.
Well, we need the cash to buy a car.
That's it, I'm through. I'm never driving again.
Simon, it is not nice to make fun of your sister's driving.
Why not? You do.
All I said was that you could probably do with a few more lessons.
Yeah, as soon as a driving instructor recovers from his nervous breakdown.
It wasn't a breakdown. It was just stress.
Yeah, so stressed he chewed his way through the floor of the driving school Tirana.
Yeah, 60 kilometres an hour.
Dad, tell them to leave me alone.
Yes, Simon, leave your sister alone, or I'll make her drive you somewhere. I think it's a terrific idea, but you are aware that it's illegal to ask for payment for windscreen washing?
Yeah, I know. We'll just be asking for donations.
Okay, fine. Well, just be careful and look after Jenny.
No problem.
Anyway, Deb, what makes you think people are going to give you money?
Simon, it's all under control. I have everything I need right here in the palm of my hand.
That's not much of a cleaning cloth.
No, but it's one hell of a bikini.
Betty, what do you think you're doing?
Oh, Mr. Kelly, I'm measuring the height of the room.
Betty, I have told you I am not building you a new office.
Oh, but
Just get back to work then.
oh, but don't you want to know why I'm measuring the ceiling?
No.
Well, I'll give you a clue.
No.
Ready? Watch. Well?
Betty,
Oh, well, all right, I'll give you another clue.
you've caught a fish. You've caught a big fish. You're wallpapering a big fish.
Kelly?
I know, it's Stevie Wonder window shopping.
Mr. Kelly, I'm admiring my new renovations to the office.
What new renovations?
The ones I'm planning. I know we can't have a new office, but I thought we could renovate this one.
Betty, there is no way in the
Oh,
world...
look, well, what about all this wasted space?
All the wasted space is in between your ears. Now listen, no renovations, no new office, that's final.
Well, I thought we could just start by knocking down a few walls.
What on earth for?
Well, it's Wilson's first law of renovating. When in doubt, knock it out.
Yes, well, if you do that, you'll soon discover Wilson's second law of renovating.
Which is?
Touch that wall, the roof will fall. Yes, right down around our ears.
Oh, well, in that case, the answer's simple.
Naturally.
Yeah, well, we build a wall here, and then we knock it out.
I don't believe this.
And then we put in a new petition.
What petition?
Glass petition that goes right around my desk there, makes it look like a proper office.
Wonderful. And then we'll have this thing that looks like a giant goldfish bowl with you in the middle going...
It's what all upwardly mobile secretaries have.
Upwardly mobile. Now she wants me to put in stairs as well. What's this?
It's a list of my renovations to the office.
Well, there's hundreds of them.
Yeah, I know. That's why I made this. It's a list of my lists. But I lost a lot of the lists, so I made up a list of my lost lists.
A list of your lost lists?
Yeah, to replace the last list of lost lists.
Which you lost?
No, I left them on the bus. Mr. Kelly, why are you crying?
crying?
Because I've lost something too.
Oh, that's a shame. What is it?
My mind.
Oh, look, it's Bubbles Kelly, the windscreen queen.
Simon.
Don't worry, Dad. They're only peasants. Let them eat cake.
Oh, yes, please.
No, it's only just a figure of speech.
Oh, right. You mean like, look before you eat, and he who hesitates goes hungry.
Yes, something like that. So, Deb, how'd it go?
Oh, all right.
So, you made a couple of bucks, did you?
Yeah, a couple of 100.
What?
Yes, 215 to be precise, and 33 invitations to parties.
Deborah, that's terrific. I'm really proud of you.
Well, it was a piece of cake.
Oh, yes, please.
Shut up, Nudge. Listen, where's Jenny?
Oh, we gave her the $15 and dropped her off at Katie's. Her mum's taken them to see the curse of the zombie ninjas, Jenny shouted.
Ah, so she didn't get in the way then?
No, she was a big help.
Well, what did she do?
Well, whenever the traffic got a bit slow, she ran around pressing all the walk buttons. We had cars stopping everywhere.
Didn't anyone refuse to pay?
Well, a couple, but we got Jenny to use her feminine charm.
What, you mean she waved and batted her eyes at them?
No, she eyed them and waved a bat at them. All that softball training finally paid off.
Ah, well, Deb, seeing as how you're so flush, you can buy me a cup of coffee.
My pleasure.
I don't believe it. 200 bucks. You know, I've just thought of a way we can afford a new body shell for the car.
Well, how's that, Simon?
We can go out tomorrow and do exactly what Debbie did.
Exactly what Debbie did?
That's right.
Oh, no.
What do you mean? No way. Come on, Nudge, we need the money.
All right, on one condition.
Anything.
You're the one who has to wear the bikini.
Dad!
What is it, Deborah? I'm trying to get some work done. Oh, God, not that doorbell again.
Well, I don't know who it is.
Well, have you asked who's there?
Well, of course not. Then I know someone's here.
All right, I'll fix it. This is our recording. There's nobody home. Go away.
Dad.
Oh, all right. I'll open the door just to stop this racket.
Oh, about time. Didn't you hear the doorbell?
Yes, we heard it.
Well, why didn't you open the door?
It's that knocking.
What do you mean?
Well, Deborah gets nervous every time she hears the doorbell.
Why?
Well, I don't know. She probably thinks she's going to be attacked by a giant axe-wielding woodpecker.
Just change it, Nudge. It's becoming a real health risk.
Is it?
Yes, because if you don't change it, your health will be at risk.
Well, fair enough.
Thank you.
So, tell me, Simon, how'd the windscreen washing go?
Oh, not so good, Dad.
How so?
It was all Nudge's fault.
My fault? It was your fault, Simon.
It was not. We were meant to split the work 50-50.
Yeah, you got the beautiful women in sports cars. I got the ugly blokes in trucks.
Very democratic of you, Simon.
Well, you could have tried harder.
Oh, you try telling some ugly gorilla in a blue singlet that he owes you $5.
Well, you should have been more forceful.
How can I be forceful with a bucket stuck on my head? I nearly drowned.
So, Simon, I take it you were more successful with the women.
Always.
Oh, quick, Nudge, where's that bucket? I think I'm going to be sick.
Yeah, I did all right.
Lots of money?
Now, better than that, lots of phone numbers.
Oh, he wouldn't take their money, Mr. Kelly. Oh, it was disgusting. I mean, I've seen Simon greasing up before, but this was...
No, shut up.
No, Nudge, carry on.
Oh, you should have seen him. He kept taking his shirt off to wipe the windscreens. Then he'd sort of lay on their bonnet and wink a lot. Once he even got pinched on the bottom.
Oh, must have been a really desperate woman.
Well, actually, it was a really desperate truck driver.
So, how'd you go? Did you make a lot of money?
Well, I did the sums, Dad, and, all up, we lost 10 bucks.
Money? How did you manage that?
Well, we had to replace the bucket that got run over.
Oh.
And what are you doing?
Looking for fresh tyre tracks.
And then we had to buy sponges and detergent because Debbie used them all yesterday. And then there was Nudge's bus fare.
Hang on, I thought you drove over.
Well, we did.
Well, what happened?
Well, I was halfway through doing a bus windscreen when the lights changed.
You don't mean...
Yep, all the way down the road, with Nudge up on the front.
Well, didn't you call out to the driver?
Well, I couldn't. I was too busy hanging onto the windscreen wipers with my teeth.
But he stopped when he saw you.
Well, not exactly.
What do you mean?
Well, it was one of those express buses. He went past 6 stops before he let me off.
What? I am not a pervert. Well, same to you, pal.
Who was that, son?
There's another of those numbers that got windscreen washing.
Oh, what they have?
Well, how could they be? They don't exist.
Ah, the old wrong name, wrong phone number trick, eh?
Yeah, look at this one. Randy Goodbody.
Goodbody? be called Randy Goodbody?
She looked like she was. I tried to ring her then.
And?
It was the city morgue. Yeah, and this one, Karen Seawood.
Yeah?
Navy recruiting officer. And Elsa Lyons.
Don't tell me. The zoo.
No, the railway station.
Well, Simon, Nudge might have been the one who went for a bus trip, but you were the one who was really taken for a ride.
Hey, Dad, guess what?
What?
I got my new set of wheels.
A new set of wheels? Hang on, Deborah, you don't have enough money to buy a car.
Yeah, I know.
Well, what have you... You've bought a bike, haven't you?
Yeah,
Deborah, how could you be so stupid? You know how I feel about those things.
Yeah, but Dad...
I don't care. You've deliberately gone against my word. Look, I have told you before, you are far too young. And anyway, they are too dangerous.
They are not.
Don't contradict me, young lady. I thought you'd have more sense than that.
But, Dad...
I don't believe this after all I have said. You've gone out and you've bought yourself a bike. A motorbike.
An exercise bike.
An exercise bike. You can kill yourself on one of those things. Only a fool would buy an exercise bike. An exercise bike.
An exercise bike.
Shut up, Simon.
Dad, I didn't say anything.
I don't care. Shut up. Deborah, I'm very proud of you. I think you've done the right thing. But don't ever let me catch you riding an exercise bike on the road.
Is a Gary Reilly production for the Australian Television Network.
No, I haven't thought of any ideas yet, Tiff. Oh, don't worry, we'll think of something. Hello, Tiff, what's that dialing noise? It'll be that old perv again on the cross line. Let's really give him a shock this time.
Hello?
No, I've never tried mud wrestling before. I didn't know it could be so much fun. Of course, I wasn't wrestling with girls. I was wrestling with boys. It's more fun that way.
Mud wrestling with boys.
Yes, all of them. That's me. Wonderful. Talk about making the final five. Dean, tan, muscular male bodies, glistening with oil. The music throbs. Hello, Dad.
What's this about oily, throbbing footballers?
Joke. I didn't realise that was you on the phone.
Obviously.
Hey, Dad, look, you see, the last couple of days we've been getting this old perv on a cross line listening into our conversations. We just thought we'd give him a shock.
Well, I don't know what you did to him, but you shocked the hell out of me.
Sorry, Dad. Look, I'll ring Tiff back now.
No, Deborah, don't do that. You've been on the phone for the last hour, and I'm expecting a really important call here. I'm after the plumber, and he's a really hard man to get. Now, please, keep the line clear. Oh, that's probably him now. Hello? Deborah, will you get off the line?
Dad, it's for me. It's Tiff. No, it's all right, Tiff. The old perv was only Dad.
Oh, it certainly was not. Now, look, Tiffany, I'm chasing the plumber. I've been wanting him for days. Don't you be so cheeky. Just get off this line at once. Goodbye.
Dad, you had no right to do that. That was my call to Tiff.
Well, tough Tiff. Look, Deborah, I told you and told you. When you're on the... What? Look, Jenny, stop it. What are you doing?
Hiding, Jenny. I can see you.
Look, Jenny, stop running. running through the house. Simon, stop it. Jennifer, come back here at once. Haven't I told you not to run through the house like that?
Oh, I'm sorry, Dad.
Look, Simon, stop it right there.
But Dad, she's got my address book.
Come and get it, Simon.
Your address book? Oh, that's like giving a chainsaw to a gorilla. Give it back from the house. No, Jenny, look, don't run through. Look, Jennifer, stop it. You'll watch out for the fruit bowl. You'll not... Yes, I know, I can hear it. Oh, I could kill Nudge for inventing that stupid doorbell. In fact, if Nudge was here now, I would kill him. Thank you, God.
What are you doing?
Just killing you, Nudge. Won't take a minute. Oh, yes, I can, Simon. You've got to take these opportunities when they arise.
Dad, stop!
Oh, that's a good idea. Come on, Nudge. Make a wish.
What's all the noise?
That's for me! Freeze! Nobody touches that phone but me. Hello. What? No, I'm sorry, I can't help you there.
Who was it?
It was a crossed line. He wanted to know who won the mud wrestling. Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Ah, damn it, I hung up.
Yeah,
It wasn't the phone, Dad, it was the TV.
Don't be silly, Simon. Why would the TV ring me? I know what you meant. I was just making a joke out of it. Why don't people in this house understand jokes? Do I have to fire a cannon every time I tell a joke?
Well, it would help. Anyway, Dad, why so jumpy about the phone?
Oh, I've been waiting all week for a tradesman to call, and they never ring. But you got to be here when they do call, or they put you on their waiting list and don't call until next year.
Well, what do you want done?
Oh, God, there's lots of things to be done to this house. I want a plumber to plumb the guttering on the east side. I need a painter to paint the woodwork on the veranda, and I need a gator to fix the front gate. Well, that's what you call it if they fix gates.
Why don't you get the Arab one?
What Arab one?
Alligator.
What?
Boom! Fire one! Dad, I could do all the work for you.
Boom! Fire two!
Beg your pardon?
Well, that joke was funnier than your first one. Listen, when have you ever lifted a finger to do anything around this house?
Well, when have you ever paid me? You know, I'm quite willing to work for money.
What money?
Well, you get the quotes, I undercut them, I get the job.
And you do the work?
No, Nudge does the work. I'm the brains of the business. So, what do you say? You could save a lot of money.
Nah, well, it's worth a try. But all the work has to be done properly. Ah! Put down that phone.
But I have to ring too.
Well, I'm sorry, we're waiting on a quote.
Oh, all right. We will fight them on the beaches. How's that?
Not that sort of quote, a money quote.
Oh, okay. We will fight them on the beaches for money.
I'm sorry, Dad, put down that phone. Dad's waiting on a call.
But I have to ring Tiff. We've got to talk.
What about?
We have to find a charity to work for. You know how Tiffany's been made chairperson of the Junior Capricornia Committee?
Could you repeat that in English, please?
You know, the Junior Capricornia Committee. It's one of those society committees that raises money for good causes. Except we haven't got one.
We haven't got a committee?
No, we haven't got a good cause.
How about Save the Simon Fund? That's a good cause.
What is so good about it?
Well, it's a good cause. You give all the money to me.
Boom, fire three.
I think I go to bed, Dad.
Night, Simon.
Yeah, night, Dad. Night, Jenny.
Jenny? Jenny, what are you doing up? It's nearly 10:30.
I know.
You're supposed to be in bed.
I know.
Listen, have you done your homework?
No,
Why not?
because I don't know what it is.
Why don't you know what it is?
Because I didn't watch the news.
They broadcast your homework? That's what I call a slow news day.
No, we had to watch the news for homework. Only I've forgotten. Now I don't know what I've got to do.
Hang on, I'll take this a bit at a time. Why did you have to watch the news?
We had to watch it and pick a story and write about it and see what happens during the week. Only I've forgotten. Now I'm going to get into trouble.
Well, look, Jenny, it's your own fault. You've got to concentrate more and try and remember things you're told. You've got a memory like a sieve.
Oh, did you watch the news?
Yeah, of course I did. I watch it every night. That's how I stay informed.
Well, what was on it?
Well, Roger Clinton was on it. I remember because he winked at me. She wouldn't do that. Every time he winks at me, I have to look over my shoulder to see who's behind me.
What stories were on it?
Well, there was a story about Beirut.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I'm sure there's always a story about Beirut. There's always a story about A pig in Wisconsin raising a family of ducklings.
Come on, Dad, I'm going to get into trouble and you're not helping.
Look, Jennifer, you've got all week. Now just remember to watch the news tomorrow and you can pick a story then. What are you doing now?
I thought I'd do the one about the pig. I like the sound of that.
Betty, stop muttering.
Oh, well, it's not fair. I don't see why I should have to send out 50 letters for Jenny's school.
Listen, you're the one that made me feel guilty about not going along to the P&C meetings.
Yeah, I know.
So when I eventually went to one, I had to volunteer to do something, and it was either this or the tuck shop, so I chose this.
Why?
Because I knew I could make you do it.
Yeah, well, it's not fair. And my tongue's getting all furry from licking all this.
Well, I've told you, haven't I? Use the damp sponge.
Oh, yeah.
Please take me now. Haven't I suffered enough? Whatever I didn't mean it, and I don't deserve this.
You know, it would make it much easier if we have one of those thingies.
A gun. It would make things a lot easier if we had one of them.
No, not a gun. You know, one of those things that sends letters through the air.
A plane?
No. You know, you send it through the phone, like an urgent telegram. Only the difference is that nobody's died, and it gets there.
What goes on in that brain of yours? Are there little people in there having rides?
You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean. Your brain is in another dimension. Listen, Betty, how do you cope with the hard facts of this life?
That's it.
What's it? What? Where?
A fax. That's what we need.
Well, why didn't you say so in the first place instead of rabbiting on about guns and planes?
No. You see, a fax machine is a fast, efficient and modern way.
Oh, what's that you're reading?
It's a leaflet from the local electronics store. They've got a special fax.
Betty, I can't afford a fax.
The question is not can you afford one, but can you afford not to have one?
Betty, will you stop reading me half-baked advertising lines from a leaflet?
Oh, look, and it's a Mickey Moro, so you know it must be good.
Oh, how do I know that?
Well, because Mickey Moro is one of the largest corporations in Japan. Dad really hated him.
Is that right?
Yeah, but they make good bulldozers. We have one on the farm.
You want me to buy a fax machine from a company that makes bulldozers?
Well, they do make other things as well.
What, like TVs and videos?
Like motorbikes.
You mean...
Yeah, and pianos.
Betty.
And deep fryers.
Chico rolls, do they make them too?
No, but they could if they wanted to.
Betty, making a fax machine takes an enormous amount of high-tech electronic ability.
Yeah?
And companies don't gain that kind of expertise by making bulldozers.
No.
Or motorbikes.
No.
Or Chico rolls.
Oh, maybe not. But the deep fryer has an automated timer.
Well, that makes all the difference, doesn't it? Betty, I don't need a fax.
Look, it says here, if you've got a phone, you've got to have a fax.
Why?
Because just by making a phone call, in moments you can send messages as far away as London, New York and Moscow even.
But I don't know anybody in London, New York or Moscow even.
Oh, well, that's why you phone them first.
I don't know what we're going to do, Dad. I mean, we've got to find a charity soon.
Well, listen, can't you just work for charity in general?
No, it's got to be more specific. People are going to know what they're saving. Better still if they can be photographed cuddling it.
Yes, well, there must be something.
Oh, Mr. Kelly. Hi, Debbie. Oh, I was just passing by and heard the can opener being used, so I thought I'd drop in.
Isn't that uncanny? All you got to do is touch food in this house and he appears. There's a nudge, you could hear a hot knife slicing through butter, couldn't you?
Can't everybody?
Look, Nudge, can you think of a worthy cause that Deborah can save?
Oh, well, what about the environment?
No, Jack Thompson and Linda Stoner have got that one.
Oh, the koala, then.
No, that one's Brian Brown's. I don't know, if he wants to cuddle something, he's got Rachel Ward.
Hang on. Why didn't I think of it before? You could save the echidna.
The echidna? Of course! Why didn't I think of that? It's so obvious. The echidna. What is it?
Oh, it's a cute little Australian animal, and it's in big trouble.
Cute? Is it photogenic?
I think it's marsupial. But it's got big brown eyes.
Oh, Nudge, that's perfect. You're a genius. The echidna. And you say it needs saving?
Oh, yeah. Old Clem reckons there used to be hundreds of them on the golf course in the old days, but now there's only one left.
Fantastic. Well, I'm going to get over to Tiffany's right away and start planning.
Hang on, what about dinner?
Oh, Dad, there's no time for that. The echidna needs me. Jenny, isn't it wonderful? The echidna's almost done for.
That's the last thing I want to know.
Jenny, what's the matter?
I just watched the news, Dad. There was a story about a kidnapping, a war in the Middle East, a bombing, and a man who shot 10 people.
That's terrific. Now you got lots of stories to choose from.
Well then, can you ask the plumber to ring me when he gets home? All right, if he gets home. Yes, sometime this century would be good. Yes, thank you. Goodbye.
No luck again?
No, I can't believe these tradesmen. We've been trying for days to get quotes now. Don't these people want the work?
Hang on, you only want their quotes so you can undercut them.
Yeah, I know that, but they don't.
They're not going to be getting the work anyway.
I know. I'm going to do the work.
You're going to do the work?
All right, we're going to do the work.
We're going to do the work?
All right, you're going to do the work. I'm doing the business side of things.
Well, so far you're not doing much.
Hey, Simon, have you got any sticky tape?
Yeah, there's some in Dad's office, Jen.
Yeah, hi, Jen. How's things?
All right, I suppose.
Well, what's up with her?
Oh, who can tell with kids? Oh, that's probably another plumber ringing to say he's not home and he can't do the job. Hello?
Hey, Jen, what's the matter?
Well, I'm just feeling a bit depressed, I guess.
Oh, what's the problem? Do you want to talk about it?
Well, it's just that I watch the news and it's all bad news and I don't want to know about those things.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The news can be pretty depressing, can't it?
I mean, what if they have any good news? There's hardly any of that.
Yeah. Well, when you think about it, I suppose we've got to have bad news.
Why?
Well, I guess if we didn't know about the bad things happening in the world, we'd never do anything to stop them.
But I can't do anything about wars and things. I'm just a little kid.
No, but I suppose we can all find something that we can do something about, and then we do it.
Do you think so?
Yeah. Well, mind you, it won't fix everything in the world, but it will fix some things. That's got to be better than doing nothing at all, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look at Debbie. She's going to save the echidna.
Why is it worth something? Well, if Debbie's trying to save something, there must be money in it somewhere. What could I save? Let's see. How about the koala?
No, Brian Brown's got that one. You could save Rachel Ward.
Yeah?
And if you do, save her for me, will you?
Yes, okay, and thank you. Yes, I'll pass that quote on to my father. Nudge! We've made it in the shade.
Oh, what was it?
We're on Easy Street. That bloke wanted over $800 to do the guttering. We can undercut him easily.
Now, hang on a minute, Simon. Just before we go any further with this, I want to know how we're splitting the money.
Nudge? Don't you trust me?
No.
We've known each other for 18 years.
That's why I don't trust you. I just want to know what I get.
You get to go up the ladder.
Simon, how are we splitting the money?
50-50. How else would we do it?
Oh, well, that's all right then.
As your employer, there are certain deductions I have to make of your 50%.
What deductions?
Oh, holiday pay, sick pay, foreign service leave.
Foreign service leave? It's only going to take 2 days. How much are these deductions?
30% tops.
Well, what do I get, 30% or 50%?
Nudge, you get 50% to start with. And then there are deductions of 30%.
Oh, so that means I get 80%.
Yeah, you could put it that way. Yeah.
And you only get 50%?
I'm not complaining.
Hey, I never knew you could have that many percent.
That's why it's best I handle the business side of things.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm sorry I didn't trust you, mate.
Oh, Dad, can I use your photocopier for a minute?
Yeah, Deb, help yourself.
Mr. Kelly?
Oh, no.
Deborah has just crossed the line of demarcation. She's using the copier. And as your official secretary, I'm demarked to
Betty, if you want to do decopying, you do decopying. I talk like Viv Richards all of a sudden?
Sorry, Daddy, I didn't mean to offend you. I was just trying to save you some work.
That's all right, Deborah. You couldn't be expected to know. Your father, on the other hand, should know better.
Oh, look, I'm out of here. I'm going to make the coffee. I'm going to grind the beans. This is my island in the sun.
Now, Deb, what did you want?
Well, I just need 20 copies of this letter for the Junior Capricornia Committee. Oh, what's that? Well, it's organisation.
Careful, Deb. Don't stand too close. When the little green light comes on, it's having a teeny tiny nuclear meltdown. That's why I've got to do it secret on train.
Anyway, this letter's about saving the echidna.
Oh, echidnas. They're so cute.
Yes, so Nudge tells me. I have to get a photo of one for the post.
Oh, well, look, there'll be one in this animal book. I'll keep it here to remind me of the country. Now, where are you? Echidna, echidna. Oh, now, that's a cow.
Yes, I know that's a cow.
Yeah. Oh, well, you can never be too sure with you, city people.
That's a hedgehog.
No, it's an echidna.
But it's ugly. Hey, who would want to cuddle that?
Nobody. You'd lose blood by the gallon.
What's it doing?
It's not a nit. He's a male. And he's having breakfast.
What does it eat?
It's eating ants, look. It eats ants? Yeah, well, that's why it's got this long, skinny nose.
Eats ants with its nose? That's disgusting.
What is? Did I miss out on something here?
Dad, Nudge wants me to save this ugly, ugly animal.
Oh, Deborah's just upset because he eats ants with his nose.
Yes, well, Nudge will eat anything any way he can.
Not Nudge, the hedge pig. It eats ants.
And there aren't many of them left around Walgett these days.
What, echidnas?
No ants.
Why not?
Because all the echidnas eat them.
All the echidnas? What do you mean all the echidnas? They're an endangered species.
Oh, no, there's hundreds of them. They're not in danger. Well, they are a bit when they cross the road. You can never get them to look both ways.
You told me the echidna was in danger.
Not all of them, just Edith.
Edith? Who's Edith?
Edith the echidna at the golf course. They're going to build a bunker right where her burrow is.
You mean to tell me you were talking about one specific measly echidna, not echidnas in the plural?
Shouldn't that be echidnae?
Never mind.
Well, I was only trying to help.
Nudge! I would have been so humiliated, so embarrassed. You would have made me look so...
Stupid.
Who are you?
I was only trying to help.
Well, Nudge, next time don't cry, all right?
I'm sorry.
Listen, what's all this shouting about?
Dad, you know what Nudge did?
Yes. Nudge, you're going to have to stop eating ants with your nose.
Good news, Dad. The quote from the plumber finally arrived.
Just a minute, one at a time. Jenny, let me have a look at your homework. So, what subject did you finally pick?
I did the one about how all the forests have been cut down.
Oh, it's a bit depressing, isn't it?
Yeah, but when I told my teacher I was doing it, she said we could organise a paper recycling group.
Oh, that's great, Jen. Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, and so now the whole school's going to join in. We might save a few trees, and that's good news.
This isn't.
Oh, all right, come on, let me have it. Damn the blindfold.
One length of guttering, Dad. That's one length, including materials and labour. Would you believe $854?
What? That's daylight robbery. Who does he think he is? Who does he think I am? All right, that settles it, Simon. The job is yours.
Dad, I'll have no problem undercutting that. For you, $853.
Get out of here.
Is a Gary Reilly production for the Australian Television Network.
Right, I think that's about got it. Oh, Betty, I don't know how I'll let you talk me into this.
Oh, Mr. Kelly, every modern office has a fax machine if they want to operate efficiently.
Yes, but we do not need gimmicks.
Shh, you shouldn't say that in front of the machine. Remember, it's only here on a week's approval.
So what?
So, if you insult it, it might not approve us.
It doesn't have to approve us, we approve it. It's a machine, it won't approve or disapprove of anything.
Oh, don't be so sure. Remember what the salesman said? It's got built-in memory and electronic intelligence.
Yeah, well, it's 2 up on you, isn't it? I don't know, maybe I should keep the fax and send you back at the end of the week. Okay, let's get it started.
Well, what?
Well, where do we get it started? Where do we kick its tyre and light its fire? Where do we turn it on?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, did any instructions come with the machine?
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm letting the machine read the instructions.
Betty, these instructions are in Japanese.
Yeah, well, that's why I thought the fax should read them. It was born there.
There's got to be instructions here somewhere in English. Let me see. Oh, Italian, Swedish, Eskimo. Eskimo? I guess they want to know the cold, hard facts. Ah, here we are, English translation.
What'd you say?
It says, congratulating. You are the proud-hearted purchaser of new model state-of-art. Better be careful how you say that. Mickey Moro XR50.
XR? I thought it was XL50.
Yeah, well, you know how the Japanese can't say their L's. We're hoping on your Mickey Moro will give you a faithful service for many years, right up till you are dying, at which time we will be greatly sorrowed. Well, I wasn't expecting to be thrilled about it myself.
Yeah, but it's nice to know that they care. It sort of makes me feel happier about going.
Now, here are operating instructions. Right, important. Read all instructions before removing XR50 from carton. Why do they always say that? Right, to turn on, press button A on diagram 1. See page 13. Right, button A. Okay, now, XR50 should now emit a low humming noise for several seconds. Did it?
I don't know, you were talking.
Well, it's not humming now.
Maybe it's forgotten the tune. Hey, Dad, can I go to Katie's for dinner?
Oh, yeah, I suppose so.
Oh, wow, did we get a fax? Yeah, it's a Mickey Moro.
Oh, you didn't get one of them, did you? We had one at school. We used to call it a Mickey Mouse-o.
Why? What was wrong with it?
Everything. It was a real dog. You should have got an Oxana like Katie's dad's got. They're hot.
Well, this one isn't hot. Won't even warm up.
My phone line in. Standby on. I suppose you've checked.
Yes, the power lead is plugged in and switched on.
No, you usually forget. Oh, I guess there's only one thing for it. Katie? There, it's on now.
Gee, I've never seen a fax machine kick-started before.
Morning.
Morning, Dad.
What exactly are you doing?
Oh, it's an experiment. You know how Nudge can hear our toaster popping all the way from his place?
Yes, and the fridge door opening and the clink of knives and forks,
Yeah, well, I thought if I ease the toast up gently, he won't be able to hear it.
I've got $5 to say he'll be here in the next few minutes.
You're right.
Morning, everyone. Am I mistaken, or did I hear the sound of toast sneaking up out of the toaster?
That's $5.
It was just luck, that's all.
Not really. I saw him coming past the side passage as I walked past the front door.
Isn't it a great morning?
Wouldn't think so. Katie's here. She's really going to give it to you, Nudge.
She has to catch me first.
Katie, is she mad at Nudge for something?
Yeah, she found out it was Nudge who wrote, Katie loves Jason Donovan all over the bus shelter.
Nudge, you shouldn't make fun of a girl's affections.
Yeah, and Katie's really brassed off. She reckons you've cruel to chances of Craig McLaughlin now.
I watched my set with Katie, Nudge.
It doesn't scare me.
Well, she should. That girl's a killer.
Yeah, her barter ponytails are registered with the police of 3 states.
Morning, everyone. Deborah, where did you get to last night, and how many of you are going to be home for dinner?
I was at the movies with Gordon, and no, I won't be in tonight.
Dad, I haven't even started breakfast yet. You know, do we have to discuss dinner right at this moment?
Yes, Simon, because any minute you will disappear out that door, and I won't know whether to make dinner for you tonight or not.
Mr. Kelly, I'll be a definite starter.
Yes, Nudge, I did assume that. You always are. Simon?
Yeah, I suppose I'll be home tonight. Feel like a quiet night.
What, no date?
It's only a temporary condition, that's all.
Oh, that's a relief. For a minute there, I thought the Chatswood Casanova had lost it.
Oh, if he has, I hope I'm the one who finds it.
Damn, this is no good either.
What's the matter, Mr. Kelly?
Oh, I don't know, Betty. I just can't seem to get this plan right.
Is that new government project you've been working on?
Yes, it's a really prestigious project. It's a National Archive building, and I want to do a really good job on it.
A National Archive building? What's that?
Well, it's a building where the government will keep important papers, you know, records, documents, letters, and so forth.
You mean you're designing a sort of giant concrete filing cabinet?
You really do have a way of bringing a man's ego crashing back to earth, don't you, Betty? Yes, well, at least the first stage sketches are done, so we may as well send them off to Canberra. Thank you.
Now, power on, switch to standby, check green light, and kick it up the Khyber. Now, ready to send.
Betty. Oi, ground control to Major Tom.
Mr. Kelly?
Will you take the helmet off?
Oh, but Mr. Kelly, the visor will protect me from the ultraviolet rays.
Betty, facsimile machines do not give off ultraviolet rays. However, any moment there might be an ultraviolet architect in this office. Now, keep the helmet off.
Mr. Kelly, I need it to protect my head from injury.
It's a little bit late for that, isn't it? Anyway, fax machines do not injure heads.
Oh, you mean they're not like bazooka tubes? What? Bazooka tubes, you know, they have them in department stores. You put a little message in a little container, and then you put it in the tube, and it goes boom to the other department, and then they boom it back to you with the change in it.
Is that right?
Yeah, and sometimes if you stand too close, the container can shoot out and boom, hit you right in the head.
I see. And this happened to you once?
Oh, quite often, actually. I used to work in the department store once, and Mr. Fothergill was always going boom and hitting me in the head with a container.
Yes, I suppose that explains a great deal.
He was in ladies' underwear.
That's where he worked.
That's what he wore. And see, I told everyone, see, and that's why I kept going boom and hitting me in the head. Hello, Marvin Kelly.
No, Betty, it's not. It's the facts.
Oh, what's it say?
Oh, it's gibberish.
Gee, I didn't know you could speak gibberish. What does it say?
It says,
Yeah, what does it mean?
it's rubbish, you big bucket brain.
Maybe it's speaking in tongues.
Oh, don't be silly. It's either a practical joke or we've got a crossed fax.
Or it's hoarded. What? The fax machine, maybe it's sending messages from the other side.
You mean from the dark side of the fax?
Mr. Kelly, it is not funny. Maybe I should tell Monsignor Ryan.
Oh, what can he possibly do about it?
He could perform a faxicism. Dad, are you there?
Yeah, what is it, babe?
These just came for you.
For me? They're beautiful. Who sent them?
Well, there was a card with it, but I didn't like to read it. Says to Debbie, all my love, Gordon.
But you didn't like to read it.
Oh, well, I couldn't sort of help sort of glance at it when it sort of fell out of the envelope.
Sort of.
Yeah. So who's Gordon? Is he your new foe?
No, he's just a guy I'm seeing.
Oh, looks a bit serious.
Oh, no, he's just a friend, you know. Anyway, I better get some water for these.
I'll get it. Hello, Martin. Wilson and Kelly, Architectural Services. Wilson speaking. Debbie? Yes, she is. Just a moment, please. Deb, it's for you.
Oh, I'll be right there. Oh, thanks, Betty.
Yes, I did get them. They're beautiful.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Tonight? No, I can't. I'm already going out tonight. No, not with another boy. I'm just going to a party with Tiffany and her cousin. Yes, I suppose there will be other boys there. Well, I don't know which boys, just any boys. Look, Gordon, thanks for the flowers. They're beautiful, but you really shouldn't go spending all your money on me, you know. Tomorrow? No, look, I can't. I really need an early night. Okay, you can ring me tomorrow night. Fine. All right, bye.
Oh, it sounds pretty serious to me.
I'll give him this. He's persistent. Can you answer that?
No, it's just the facts.
Oh, look.
It's sending us a message.
Oh, it's just a jumble of letters. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's twice that's happened. I don't understand it.
Maybe it's in Russian.
Oh, no. See, they can print some of their letters backwards, so I can always tell. Now, Mr. Kelly reckons if we got a cross-fax line.
Well, maybe that's it. Maybe you're picking up a secret code of messages from a group of spies.
Hello, Mr. Kelly. Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Nudge. Where are the others?
Well, Debbie went out to a party with Tiff, and Simon decided to go out after all, so he rang up Sally.
Well, if they've gone out, what are you doing here?
Well, I just thought I'd get a video and have a quiet night at home.
Then why didn't you?
I did.
Nudge, this is my home. This is not your home, remember?
Oh, yeah. Funny how I keep forgetting that. Where have you been anyway?
Mother-daughter night at school.
It was a parent-daughter discussion night. It wasn't my fault if all the other parents were mothers.
Oh, what were they discussing?
Oh, the topic for the evening was sex education. The wonderful way our bodies are changing.
Yeah? Do you learn much?
You wouldn't stop asking questions all night. Never been so embarrassed.
I was asking them on your behalf. I wanted to make sure you understood.
It was like sitting next to Tony Barber during Fast Money.
Oh, hi, Dad. You're home early, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, I left the party. I was so embarrassed.
Why did Mr. Kelly turn up and start asking questions about sex?
Gordon turned up. He was checking up on me. And look, he bought me this.
Oh, wow, that's great. What are you so angry about?
Well, he's so possessive. I mean, he's making me feel guilty. He keeps buying me flowers and presents like this. What am I going to do with him?
Well, if you don't want him, give him to me.
By George, I've done.
Kelly, did you have to do that?
Oh, look, I'm sorry, Betty, but I finally managed to fit all the necessary requirements into the third floor of the National Archive building.
You mean the giant concrete filing cabinet?
Yeah. All I need is one more story, and the job is complete. So, let's send this one off to Canberra, shall we? Well, what?
Well, how come it's still here?
How come what's still here?
The plan. I thought you were sending it to Canberra.
Well, I am.
Well, it looks like it's still here to me.
Oh, well, of course it's still here. I'm going to be sending a facsimile of it to Canberra.
But how do you know it's going to get there? I mean, you might be sending it to China or something by mistake. Maybe you should ring Bob Hawke and just check that it's turned up there.
Oh, what a good idea. Hello, Bob. You got a second? Can you just nip down to the fax room and see if my designs have come through? What? You busy? Oh, what a shame. Be a sport and see if Hayes has got a second, would you? Of course it got there.
Well, at least with a bazooka tube, if you send something, you knew it had gone.
Oh, someone's sending us a fax. Oh, no, it's another one of those nonsense faxes.
Oh, let me see.
No, forget it, Betty. It's just gibberish.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought, but then Deb said something, and it made me think that maybe it's a code.
A code? I wonder why anyone would send us a coded fax.
Well, maybe they didn't mean us to get it. Maybe we got it by accident. And maybe they're planning a crime or something.
A crime? What sort of crime?
Well, I don't know. Maybe they're planning a murder. And maybe I could solve it.
Yeah, sort of like Murder, She Faxed.
If I could just crack the code.
Betty, you couldn't crack an egg without a 3-week training course.
I thought so, too. I have to work out what I've typed after I've typed it.
Yes, that's true, I suppose.
Mr. Kelly, this could be serious.
Oh, it's not serious, Betty. It's probably a practical joke. And anyway, even if it isn't, I haven't got time. I've got a site inspection on the Harrison job, and I'm going to be out for the rest of the day.
All right, see you tomorrow.
And you have work to do. Good. See you later.
Hi, Dad.
Simon.
Something the matter, Dad?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, which is it? Yes or no?
Yes. I've got a bit of a problem with Gordon.
What? What did he do? Did he try something? I'll kill him.
Simon, get out of Rambo mode for a minute. No, he didn't try anything.
Just as well. So, what's the problem?
Well, he's so possessive. I mean, look, I really like him. He's a nice guy, but he gets so upset if I even talk to anyone else. I mean, he wants me all to himself, and he keeps buying me presents. What am I going to do?
Oh, keep the presents and tell him to rack off.
Oh, I could keep the presents if I did that.
Sell the presents, keep the money, and then tell him to rack off.
Simon, this is serious. I mean, we went out to a party the other night, and I was just talking to Jeremy Higgins, and Gordon just walked off in a huff.
You've known Jeremy for years.
Yeah, since kindergarten, I know. Then Gordon came back and gave me this beautiful bracelet. It made me feel so guilty.
Why should you feel guilty?
Oh, I don't know. I just do.
Yeah, but sounds as though this Gordon bloke's more trouble than he's worth. Drop him.
I don't want to hurt him. But why can't we just go out as friends? Why can't I go out with him and other guys?
Doesn't seem to work that way. For some reason, guys usually want to get really serious with girls, and girls just want to be friends.
Has that ever happened to you?
Of course not. Maybe once. Maybe twice.
Really? Who were they?
Well, remember Anita McLean? I really fancied her, but she just wanted to be friends.
So you dropped her?
She dropped me.
But over time you said you gave her the flick.
Of course I did, and don't go telling people otherwise, Dad. Look, you've got to drop Gordon. It's the only way.
Yeah, but I don't want to hurt him.
You'll hurt him more by keeping him dangling. As long as you give him the slightest encouragement, he won't give up. You have to make a clean break.
Yeah, I suppose so. Well, were you terribly upset when Anita dumped you?
Do we have to keep talking about it?
I need to know how you felt.
Well, I thought my whole world had come to an end.
Oh.
Only for a day or so. Look, just tell them straight out we're either just friends or that's it. It's the only way.
Yeah, I suppose so. Thanks, Simon. And thanks for telling me about Anita. I never would have...
Deb, can you do me a favour? Can we forget about Anita? I'd rather not keep talking about how she dropped me.
I'm sorry, Simon. That was very insensitive of me. I won't mention it again.
Fine.
Who was the other one? Oh, Simon!
Oh, hi, Betty. What's doing?
Oh, I've done it finally, and it's terrible.
Well, that sounds normal.
Oh, but I finally cracked the code.
Code?
Yeah, the first one came in and said, victim suspects nothing. We'll strike soon.
Right.
And then the second one came and it said, keep advising of victims' whereabouts.
Betty, what are you talking about? Who is the victim?
Well, that's what I wondered. And then the third one came, and the victim's name is Nudge.
Nudge?
Yeah, someone's trying to kill him.
Oh, hi, Betty. Hi, Simon.
Nudge,
What?
quick, run and hide.
Why?
Well, someone's trying to kill you.
They are? Who said?
The fax machine.
Well, you can't argue with the facts.
Betty, the only person I'm worried about at the moment is Katie. Hey, I just wrote Katie loves Craig McLaughlin on the front fence.
Better make yourself scared. Katie and Jenny are coming in the gate now. She looks mad.
Oh, well, I'll just go out through the kitchen. That way I can stop off at the fridge.
Why would anyone try and kill Nudge?
Who knows, Betty? It's probably just a practical joke.
What's the joke?
All these facts are saying that Nudge is the victim.
Oh, damn, Katie and I've been sending them. I've been informing her of Nudge's every move. She's going to get him.
See, I told you it was a joke.
Simon, believe me, it's no joke.
Well, she's missed him, because Nudge is sneaking out the back. Where is Katie, anyway?
She's sneaking in the back.
Oh, Katie, what a surprise. Fancy seeing you here. Now, about that person who's been writing things about you and Craig and Jason on the front fence, it was just a joke, you know that. And you can take a joke, yes, can't you? Yeah. You swivel me. I've taken a court, I'll sue.
I wouldn't bother, mate.
Why's that?
You simply wouldn't have a leg to stand on.
Oh, Simon, you you were right. It was best to make a clean break.
Oh, that was Gordon?
Yeah, I said what you told me.
And what did he say?
Well, he was a little cut up at first, but then he cheered up a little.
Well, he saw it was the only reasonable way.
No, when I told him about you and Anita McLean.
There, I have finally done it.
Think yours, Mr. Kelly?
The final story.
Of the giant concrete filing cabinet.
The National Archive building is complete. And behold, it is good.
Even if you do so yourself.
Yes, well, why not? Nobody else will. So, Elizabeth, fire up the fax, motivate the Mickey Moro, expedite the XL50, and we'll send us off to Canberra.
I'm afraid we can't do that, Mr. Kelly.
Why not?
Because the fax is on the fritz.
What are you trying to say?
The XL50 is expired.
What?
The Mickey Moro is no Moro. The repairman's coming tomorrow.
Look, how am I supposed to send this design of the final story to Canberra?
I know. I'll take it down to the post office. After all, you know what they say at the newspapers?
What's that?
Never let the facts get in the way of a good story.
Is a Gary Reilly production for the Australian Television Network.